Oh, there we are. Oh, this is so funny. Oh, let me just get my screen on my desktop set up. This was too funny. For those of you who were in the premiere, the live premiere. Hey, Jay. Give me just a moment here. Hey, Boston Bill. Hey, I was hoping you would come in sooner or later. I got a question for you in just a moment. Just getting set up here. Let me set this up on my screen on the phone to all messages. Yeah, make sure you guys set your chat to live chat. Then you can see all the messages. And I'm glad you're here. I was going to ask you a question, Bill. Just give me a moment. Let's see. Oh, hey, Jay. Mary Fish, No Name Princess. Hi from Orlando. Hey, Kathy. Okay, before I ask Bill his question, I just wanted to clear up a few things. First of all, if you're just coming in here, I'm April Davis, PI. I'm a licensed California private investigator, and I have been reporting on the Nancy Guthrie missing person case since February the 2nd of 2026. You can go to my channel, you can click live tab, or occasionally there is a video over in the long form content like I did today. Oh, thank you for the flower, Mary. I appreciate that. And it confused a lot of people because people were like sending me messages. Somebody said hi in the comments. Oh, hey, Rita, was that you in the comments? I can't see the comments during the premiere. That was a premiere of a recorded video. That was just like a regular long form content video under the video tab. But I uploaded it as a premiere. So that's why you were able to see me and chat, and you guys were able to chat with each other. But that was not a live video. That was simply a recorded video. So for people that got confused, when those play and you see the comment section, you have to swipe your screen left in order to see the live chat as it plays. Hello, Heidi. Okay, before we go on and we talk about that video, I just want to ask Bill a question. I don't know if you saw my live a couple of days ago regarding my post regarding Dog the Bounty Hunter. There's been a lot of interest in that particular video and that particular post. I know you had mentioned something a few days before that something might be brewing. Obviously, I know you couldn't say it in the chat, but I just wanted to ask you your opinion about the guy that Dog is looking for that's from California. Especially since Dog is licensed in Hawaii and Colorado, although I know he searches the world for people. But if you could just type something in the chat about that, I would appreciate it. You know, whatever you can say publicly. If not, you can send me a private email, which will remain private, at aprildavispi@gmail.com. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Hello, Jewel Giacana. So yeah, if you weren't here a few minutes ago, I think it was 4 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. I did release a long form content video on this case, and I uploaded in a premiere format. So when people are like, "Oh wow, she's going live at 4 o'clock," no, that was just a recorded video. I appreciate everybody that came in, everybody that commented. Make sure you share that video, get it out there, give it a thumbs up. But if that was not a vertical live, that was simply I have been recording that actually since yesterday. Long form content videos usually take a couple of days to record and edit and fix everything. And yeah, it was a long night last night. And then I had to get up, today and like redo a lot of it to get it like perfect. So, yeah, that was basically about the guy on January 31st that was seen wearing all black clothes and a black ski mask. It sounded like the officers said in that video in the dispatch, the 911 dispatch call, that he was either 20 or he was 17 to 20. I'm not sure why they said he had a thin mustache and acne if he was wearing a black ski mask. That still throws me like, but apparently several people in that neighborhood were calling in that night. Boston. Well, sometimes you're given like a temporary okay to work a case in that particular area or just ask local law enforcement. Sometimes they just okay it. Okay. Had you heard anything about this Kenny Rowland guy, Boston Bill? And do you think that Doug is looking for him in relation to Nancy Guthrie? I did a whole video on him and I went over his charges and his skip bail and all of that. But people are making a big deal about it. Hey, Peggy. Hey, April Phoenix area. Thank you, Peggy, for hitting the like button. So yeah, that video earlier was just, it was a live form, or it was a recorded video that I just premiered live. That was not a live video. People were getting very, very confused. uh, I heard he is not in ink. He's not in ink? What does that mean? On my end, but you never know. Or not included? Hey, Jeremy Watkins. Thank you for liking Jeremy. Yeah, I kind of think it's a whole separate thing, but I just wondered, why there was, such a substantial reward. I know California has very, very strict laws that you have to be a licensed bounty hunter, you have to have the 60 hours of training, you have to have your insurance and your bond. I heard it's not definitely a yes, but who knows? Is there a possibility that it's a yes? Jay, the first super chat of the day. Everybody give Jay a like on her super chat. Oh, no problem, Bill. So I heard it's not definitely a yes, but who knows? Okay. Thank you. And you do have my email address, Boston Bill, aprildavispi@gmail.com. I can always shoot you my number too, Boston Bill, if you need. Let's see. Yeah, I thought it was strange because they said he has a license in California. I researched the guy. I crossed all my T's and dotted my I's before I went on the air, looked him up. He has that very unusual name, a man's name with a woman name in the middle of his name. He's got an American sounding last name, but he has an Armenian appearance. He has some victims or alleged victims of stalking and domestic disturbances that are Armenian women. There's also several Armenian attorneys attached to some of his criminal filings. He has both criminal filings, civil filings. He's running on it looks like a skip bail, a jump bail on a 2022 LASC felony filing, 325K. But it seems like there's some sort of mega reward in this case, and that's why I think everybody on the internet went crazy. Like, oh my God, Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's looking for this guy for Nancy, and this guy doesn't look anything like front porch guy at all. His height, his weight, his eyebrows. He has a very ethnic look to him. Uh, However, this guy's address history here in LA County, he has lived at times in the same neighborhood as our old friend Derek Kalela, also known as Derek Kayea. I don't know if there's a connection. LA has 12 million people, LA County. So uh, I'll be back. I'm making a call. Thank you, Boston Bill. Yes, that's true. This case is so crazy, and anything you hear, you never know the truth of. Uh, let's see. So, yeah, I just did that premiere. It confused a lot of people Thank you, Bill. I really appreciate you. You're the only bounty hunter that comes in here that I know of. And me being a PI and you being a bounty hunter, we could put our heads together and make things happen. Um, but that's interesting. I don't have the bounty hunting expertise. I have the PI expertise. However, I'm not investigating this case for anybody who's watching this live. I am a licensed private investigator in California. I've been simply reporting on the Nancy Guthrie case. I have recently joined a few Facebook groups on this case, and there's a lot of misinformation. There's this one lady that I've been watching from Missouri. Um, Nice housewife, blonde woman, thin face, using a lot of filters. Apparently, she doesn't look like that in the real world. Here, what you see is what you get. And she was sending a big report out yesterday that there was a body found in Tucson in a canal. And there was no reports of that anywhere that a body was found yesterday in a canal. So, and it wasn't like from before where there was a missing person that was of a tribal affiliation. This was like a current video, like, hey, they found a woman and she's unidentified, and that wasn't, as far as I know, that's not true at all. And I've seen other things um, that are questionable on, pages that are similar to her. So I don't know why. Um, these things, get out there, especially this dispatch call. It's not the 911 call, but it's the dispatch of the dispatcher and the officers talking about this young male who's Hispanic, who's wearing all black, and he's got this thin mustache and acne on his face, but yet he's wearing a black ski mask. I just don't understand, like, what was going on. And apparently there was a lot of calls. And I looked up that area, this Alamo Avenue that's in Tucson. And, the streets are numbered like 13, 14, and it goes down to 15. And it was between like 14 and Eli, and then it was along Alamo. And apparently, one of the streets in between is a Timrod, and there's an apartment building at that corner. They actually gave an address of 6062. People had seen them in the front and the back. Apparently, there's a wash back there, but it's hard to see on Google Maps. I'll have to research it further. But, I don't think that the person that's involved in this Nancy Guthrie case is some 17 to 20-year-old kid. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Goodbye. Um, it's YouTube monetization. It'll bring in the trolls. Um, well, everybody is welcome here, but we're gonna take you out. Oops, I deleted the message. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to time you out. There we go. Okay. Uh, was this guy timed out? There's just too many just coming in at this moment. Okay, there we go. Okay. Barbara, welcome in. Hi, April. How am I doing tonight? I'm doing good. I released a long form content earlier, about 45 minutes ago, in a premiere, and I think a lot of people got confused and thought I was live. Um, and I wasn't. I was just releasing a regular video. Uh, I gotta put another user in timeout. All these rude interruptions. Okay. Hello, Midnight 667. Welcome in. So yeah, I just wanted to come on really quick and clear that up to say that that was a premiere. And when it comes on, you need to swipe out of the comments left to actually see the live chat. as people are talking to each other during the video. I know YouTube is hard sometimes. People, it takes a while to figure everything out. So if you want to go replay that video, or if you didn't see it, just go to the video tab when this video is done. It won't be in the live section, it'll be in the video section. Somebody came in to my comments yesterday or yesterday evening saying, why don't you talk about other people? Or why don't you talk about something else? Something to that effect. And I was like, why don't you go check out my videos? I have about 600 videos. Actually, I have probably closer to 800 or 900 videos, but I deleted like a quarter to a third of them when I had that first issue with my first monetization. I wish I had saved some of those, but I have close to 600 videos now. And, very few of them are actual live videos. I have a whole, true crime uh, playlist that you can look at, and you can see all kinds of stories on there. We're just talking about Nancy lately because that's like the biggest case in the country right now. I mean, heck, I got people coming in watching these videos from all over the world saying that case is, people in Iceland, a little island in the middle of the ocean, a little country. This one of the teeniest countries in the world in the middle of the ocean has heard about Nancy Guthrie. They're talking about her in Russia and Australia and New Zealand and Europe and South America and Africa, Italy. Like this case is international. This is a big, big case. Oh gosh, it's you again. Thanks for the clicks. Yeah, that helps. I hope you're watching the commercials for those that I'm having to put them in 24-hour timeout. I don't block them because they're welcome to come in. Uh, you know, it helps the algorithm, the more people that come in. So I'm not quick to delete them and or block them, but I am, going to time you out if you're inappropriate here. And it's some of the same yahoos over and over and over again. So yeah, if you didn't see that video, go over to the video tab on the main channel page. It'll be the most recent video. And it's about 11 minutes long. It's not that long. The original one was under 8 minutes. And then I realized like, oh geez, I can't, if I post this, it won't have the YouTube won't be able to place the ads in it correctly. It won't qualify for mid-roll ads, which means the video will make no money. So it's like, and I know I wouldn't get the audience that I get in my lives because after a live, I get, anywhere between several hundred to a few thousand people that come in, and then people rewatch the lives because they want to know the latest. So, but still, it's worth knowing about that because that story of that guy that was called in by multiple people to 911, just because some sketch guy was walking around in black clothes, a ski mask, carrying a full backpack. He did have a full backpack, like our front porch guy, but remember the other guys? Remember the backpack man? They used to call him backpack guy. He was kind of a balding guy, taller guy, and he was going through a parking lot sometime before the Nancy Guthrie case, and he was trying to get through a gate, and you could see like a bunch of cars around him. Then remember, there was a woman that lived approximately 2 or 3 miles away. She was on vacation when this whole Nancy Guthrie case went down. She came home, she heard about it. The police and the FBI were asking people to please review your doorbell cams, your security cam footage. So she just happened to have a Ring doorbell and she reviewed her footage. And oh my God, there's like a man, a strange man that's I think he also had a backpack too that was on her front porch rummaging around, but he didn't break in and she wasn't even home. She was out of state or out of the country or something when that happened. And so there's that guy on her porch. There's the guy that's called Backpack Man that's in the parking lot. We've got Nancy's front porch guy. Now we've got this younger male Hispanic with acne. How did they get that if it was dark and he was wearing a black face mask? I mean, did his mask fall off or did, he put a mask on as he started to run? You know, all different witnesses are going to see things differently. I also don't know with Nancy's front porch guy what the lighting was that night on her patio. I know that it was a full moon, so therefore there was more lighting in the background, which may be the saving grace to this case because if they can enhance that video as one user already has done, and she's forwarded that video to the FBI, they may be able to identify a vehicle. Okay, I am hearing the LAPD, a chopper going right over my building, and I'm hearing some sirens. Never a dull moment in Los Angeles. So, yeah. Let's see. Have I missed anything? So, how many people that are here now saw today's regular video that was shown as a premiere? Let me know if you saw it. And if you didn't, please feel free to watch it later on. Yeah, apparently there was one high-speed chase today I already missed. And now I'm hearing the bleep bleep of the sirens and the LAPD chopper. I know the sound, the very distinct sounds of their helicopters. Oh, Mary, she did. Yeah, I saw you there. Rose Margaret. Oh, I wonder what's happening near you. Always something happening in the big city. Kathy, X50, she said she saw it. Hello. What is your name? They're all hams. Hamster fan? They're all hamster fan. Okay. That's a mouthful. I get a little dyslexic sometime in the chat. Don't spam the chat now. Or we'll have to put you in a timeout. Oh, well, we got a spammer here. Didn't say anything nasty or dirty or inappropriate, but a spammer. I saw it but lost the chat when I rewound it. Oh, you'll be able to see that chat right away. It doesn't have to process again like a live chat because it was processed before it was uploaded. So you can see on a premiere video, you can see the chat again right away, but you just have to swipe from the comments. You have to swipe out of the comments, swipe left, and you'll be able to see the chat right away. That's because they already processed it before anybody ever saw it. They've already run the security checks of that chat. Yep, hearing more sirens now. P6, grandson and I are watching now. Made us Salisbury steaks. Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had red meat in about 6 years. Love the jersey. Yeah, this is my Twins jersey. I know I wear it almost every other day, but it was sent by the Minnesota Twins. And I did get some baseball mail the other day. I got an envelope from the Tampa Bay Rays. That was pretty cool. Some cool stickers showed up. But it's been very slow on the baseball mail since like April, and it's already June. So far, the Minnesota Twins shirt and the Boston Red Sox, the actual field, their actual dirt was sent to me. So that was cool. Let's see. Has anybody else heard anything today on Nancy? Wow, that helicopter's getting closer. They're not immediately over my building though, or it would really rumble. Sounds like they are maybe a block or two away. But if something great is happening, I could run out in the street with my cane and go live and say, look what's happening. But if they're looking for somebody, it's probably safer to stay inside. P6 says, I think the Mexico theory is true. Which Mexico theory? That she was taken to Mexico or that she was seen in Mexico? Let me know, P6. Thank you, Rose Margaret. She says, no, I'm relying on you, April. Nothing on Nancy's so sad, says Mary Fish. Taken to Mexico. It's possible. It's very possible as it's so close. Tucson is so close to the Mexican border, but I kind of feel like she's closer. I'm just not sure about her going over into Mexico. Too much of a chance that, the perp or perpetrators could be caught at the border trying to get her across the border. I mean, sometimes they do wave people through, but I wouldn't take that chance. Mary Fish says, I think she's pretty close to her house. You know, Mary, I do too. I originally had a feeling that she was in water. I haven't felt that way now for a long time, and I feel that she's very close. I think that maybe whoever took her didn't plan to take the proper care of her, and she, you know, passed quickly. And now they had a problem because they had a body to get rid of. Hey, Kathy Mowry, welcome in. I guess it depends. Usually they search, or at least they photograph the vehicles, and they put sensors through the vehicles. Um, I wouldn't take that chance at all. At least that she crossed the border by car. Now there are ways to traffic people and go through the illegal drug tunnels, but then you got to get, a coyote involved, and there's a great risk to not only the victim but the trafficker. I think she is near where I told you in the email, I think. Which email, Jay? I remember you sent me a picture of Roger and said he looked like a suspect, and I was like, what suspect? And then I got the picture again. So yeah, send me an email, Jay, and let me know, because I laughed at that. Like, he just looked like a normal, nice man to me. Like, who does he look like? And where do you think that Nancy was taken? And it'll be private in the email. And I still have had no emails from anybody identifying themselves as the people or person who has purchased the most recent Amazon wish list gifts, which I haven't gone over to the box yet because I don't know if they would be there yet. And I was working on this video today. And unlike my home box where I can get informed delivery, that's a commercial mail receiving agency, and I don't get individual notices from them. So send me that again, Jay, where you think she may be. My original beliefs from square one are still my beliefs. Have I heard any more from Dog? No, but I was asking our friend Bill here to look into that for me, since he's a bounty hunter. He does kind of to me. Hair, beard, mustache, hubby has a nicer facial expression. Who does he look like? Let me know in the email, Jay. Oh, Dean says, good afternoon, April. Bless your heart for always being so gracious and caring. Well, thank you. Were you on the premiere, Dean? Did you see my video? I did a premiere at around 4 o'clock my time, and a lot of my viewers got confused and thought I was live, and it was just a recorded video that was premiering live, but it was not a live video. But you can go see it in the video category. Yeah, I really need to get more of those types of videos made, because that's what I really enjoy doing more than I enjoy coming live. I mean, I do enjoy coming live, but I'm more of a behind the camera kind of gal, and I'd like to learn like different editing techniques, and I just have, it takes a lot out of me to do that type of video, just sitting at the desk and going through the footage and the audio and matching up the text and putting it all together. I mean, it just, it's more physically demanding, but I really enjoy that, and then just have it up there and it's done. Uh, okay, Rose. She says, gotta go. Sorry, see you all later. So yeah, that's what today's video premiere was about. It was about the man wearing a black mask and black clothing. And whatever lighting she had, it's hard to see because the clips we're seeing from the nest that were retrieved by Google, that took about 8 to 10 days to get out to the public. That's a very small part of what they have. and it's not even film, it's just digital images that are in black and white. There is the moonlight in the background, but I'm sure they had to like kind of lighten it up to be able to see the guy. It depends on how many lamps she had. I know when I was watching some of the boots on the ground late at night and they were out in front of her house across the street and they were doing the night of the crime recreation, there were no lights on in that house or outside that house. And I'm like, don't they like at least turn on the lights at night? Like at the front porch were the lights on the night of the crime? Because how would they have even seen that guy's face? Well, except for the light that, mysteriously showed up like an orb going through the house. And I still haven't gotten over that one yet. But um, I think this guy that was seen 12 miles to the south earlier, with a full backpack, he was probably a thief or a burglar. Um, but he did have a full backpack. Um, a lot of people called saying there was, this strange guy in a ski mask slinking around. But, I don't think that guy walked 12 miles and went to Nancy's house. Whoever went to Nancy's house, this was planned. This guy had been shown there before in the same type of clothing. Um, Thank you, Dean. He says, I watched the premiere, then came back for the live. Thank you. Um, it just seemed like a different guy. But, when I was taking criminal justice and administration of justice, I had to take a criminal investigation class. And during one of the classes, they had this little thing set up that nobody knew about where a man was going to just run into the class and, run down the aisle and run back to the door. And everybody was like, oh, what happened? Like, who is that? And it was all set up by the professor. And then he wanted to ask all the students in the class, like, okay, who did you just see? What was he wearing? What was he carrying? Did he have facial hair? What color was his hair? How tall was he? What did he weigh? And everybody, it happened so fast. And this was in broad daylight in a classroom. Um, it was perfectly lit up. Everybody saw it a different way because it was so quick that it happened so fast. So when these people started calling 911, hey, there's a strange guy and he's wearing dark clothing or black clothing and a black ski mask. It's very hard to see in the dark, like how tall somebody is, how much they weigh, what their backpack looks like. I still can't figure out why it was reported to the cops through the dispatch that he had a thin mustache and acne if he was wearing a ski mask. I mean, maybe when he got seen, he later ripped off his mask and then he was running and somebody else saw him and called in and said, hey, there's a guy with, acne and a thin mustache. It seems like multiple people must have seen that guy, over a several minute period. And then they were sending as many officers as they could. And this was not Pima County Sheriff. This was the Tucson Police Department. They were sending Tucson patrol cars at the southern end of the neighborhood and at the northern end, trying to establish a perimeter. And I could hear one of the officers saying, can you get me access to that wash behind the address that was on Timrod? So I guess, there's a lot of canals, washes, ditches, whatever you want to call them, throughout the neighborhoods in Tucson, which is probably for, water mitigation during these, monsoonal downfalls that they get in the summer. Uh, that's funny, Tech. Oh gosh. Time out. Okay. See you tomorrow. That's a new one. I don't know how long I can stay. Wrecked my back yesterday. Oh no, sorry to hear that. Yeah, my left shoulder and neck are killing me. I've been sitting at my desk just for too long doing too many things and I'm just like, I have a very, very bad spine, but you know, don't overdo it. And for me, Kathy, it helps to lay down or to bring out the heating pad because with all the heart medication I'm on, I don't like to take medication. I don't like to take even a Tylenol, any type of pain meds, even when I had my mastectomy, except for what they gave me in the hospital. I didn't take any prescription pain meds, even not even when I woke up from surgery. Only things that were given to me in the operating room that were out of my control. She says I lifted and carried 42 pounds of potting soil. Well, wow, that's impressive. I wouldn't be able to do that. It's when I get those big deliveries from Chewy or Amazon and it's full of the cat litter. I have to open the box outside the front door and very, very carefully pick up each box at a time, keeping my back and my legs straight. Uh, yeah, me too, Dean. Suzanne says, "Hi, everyone." So yeah, thank you for everybody that came to the premiere video regarding um another masked man that's walking around Phoenix. Literally, 5, 6 hours before the Nancy Guthrie crime went down. I doubt it's related based on the descriptions, but it is worth noting just because of the timing. I do think whoever's involved in this, they took a vehicle or vehicles to the area. Jay says, I take either 6 ibuprofen or Tylenol every day. Prescription does not work for me. Hey, thank you, Suzanne, for sending the gold coin. Appreciate that. Uh, yeah, with all this meds I'm on for the heart and the cancer drug I was on, which thank God I'm off that drug, plus the bone meds, and I have to be so, so careful. You would think I would be super healthy considering how I have lived for most of my life, you know? Uh, but bad genes, I guess. Lots of family members that went before me from cancer, and I don't come from a big family. So I am a cancer survivor. Knock on wood. But I do have a lot of really bad side effects that have completely disabled me. I've had 24/7 headache for 20 years. You know what? I've had this tinnitus for I don't even know how long, maybe even a decade, but it certainly got worse since the cancer and the heart problems. And it's, it makes me crazy. Hey, I got a flow state. Wow, that pops up really big. That must be a more an expensive one or something to see because it, pops up bigger on the screen. Thank you, Texas Diane, for sending the flow state. Yeah, Tylenol and ibuprofen will kill your liver. Yeah, when they sent me home from the hospital after the mastectomy, they since I, they even they gave my sister the prescription to go fill, and I was like, no, I don't need this. They were just like, okay, you're going to take Tylenol every so many hours, and then um, you're going to skip it for the next dose and go to Motrin, which I didn't have. And one of my chemo drivers went and picked up the Motrin for us because it was just like so much, to all the driving back and forth and the rides. And luckily, my good driver came through and went and got the Motrin. So it was like every so many hours, Tylenol, then Motrin, then that went on for days. How old am I? I'm old as dirt. Uh, I had tinnitus for several years, went away. I know it will kill liver and kidneys. How did you get rid of your tinnitus, Jay? Let me know. Uh, yeah, Motrin equals ibuprofen. Yeah. Yeah, it was only a few days. I am a Generation X. I am not a boomer. I'm not that old. And no offense to any boomers that are in the chat, but no, I am a Generation Xer. Your mom and grandmother both had a mastectomy. It's not fun. It went away on its own? Well, Reese, how did I know this was coming? Peggy says she's 68. Jay is an Xer too. Yeah, we're probably pretty close to the same age, Jay. But I'll keep you guys guessing. Yeah, I'm pretty transparent, but, can't talk about everything. Hubby is the last year of a boomer. Kathy just got off of Whatnot. I spent $125 on candles and wax melts. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm on Whatnot, but I haven't done a show in several weeks. But I do have I have the links in my video, or not my video, in my main page description of my channel. First cousin and sister had breast cancer also. Oh wow. Keep on top of that, Peggy, just in case. Yeah, I had 3 out of 4 grandparents pass from cancer. My dad passed from cancer, but they were all older than me when they got their illnesses and when they passed. And there's only on my dad's side, there's only 4 grandchildren. My uncle's 2 kids and my dad's 2 kids, and I'm the only one, of course. You are a bit older than me. I don't know. KMG, welcome in. She makes all of her stuff. It's not like Glade or Airwick. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a cat, so, and I've had cats forever, so no candles around here. Long family line of breast cancer. In my family, there's no breast cancer that I know of. Absolutely none. But I got it, and I got a very aggressive form. So, you know, don't know what my long-term prognosis is. Luckily, I do believe, though, that there is something more after we leave this earth. I've already got my list of people lined up to see in the order I'd like to see them. Just saying. It is rough. It's still rough every single day of my life. But it gave me time to start my YouTube channel. That's one of the positives that came out of this. And I'll just keep pushing through. Yesterday, I actually made it to Trader Joe's. And there was no parking as usual. Even the handicap was full. But I found a space outside and I somehow, stumbled in with my cane and used my cart to lean and, walked in and realized, oh my gosh, my mask. I think one of them must have fallen out of my pocket on the street. My favorite Dodger mask. Oh my God. Now I got to buy more masks. But put my other backup mask on and realized like, oh, I'm in public. Put on the mask, grabbed a few things and got out of that store in like 5 minutes. But I was proud of myself. Like, wow, I made it to Trader Joe's, which is, probably 6 blocks away. But it was a big accomplishment. Um, that was a great thing. You are very good at it. What am I very good at? Kathy says you can't send a super chat. Well, I see here. I did get a super chat earlier. I don't know why. Let me look to see. Oh, Jay. Yeah, Jay sent me a super chat. I have no idea why. Maybe you need to update a payment or something. I'm not sure. I appreciate you trying. Yeah, it could be, it could be a YouTube issue. It's my YouTube channel. Well, I allow chats and I got one from Jay. Let me look on the computer in. Yeah, it's allowing me to send a super chat. If I want, I could send a super chat to myself, but they'll take a lot of money out of it. So, oh, you can still send a chat even if the goal has ended. I'll start another goal, see if that helps. I'll just type in something really quick. I'll just say hi porn just to get it done. I'll start a new goal, but it shouldn't be affected. People say they can still send super chats. Hey, Kathy Mowry, channel member for 2 months. Level 1, thank you so much, my dear. That really helps a lot when you guys become members. That helps a lot. I appreciate that, Kathy. And thanks, Kathy, for showing me how I can do that because I'm a member of some of the smaller YouTube channels. There it is, Kathy Mowry. Was it not allowing you to send it because the goal had ended? Was that it, Kathy? That because the goal ended, that it wouldn't let you send it? That must be a YouTube glitch because it shouldn't matter whether the goal is still there or not. The super chats can still come in. So, but it could be a YouTube glitch. There's been so many of them since I got monetized. Well, thank you for the super chat. Not necessary. Everybody give Kathy a like on her super chat. I had to go to the money side next to the chat. Yeah, you can click the little dollar symbol, and it gives you, at least on my end, it gives me super chat, which is weird because it's my own channel, and it gives me my membership tab. There's also a membership tab on the main channel page, but you can do membership on the lives as well. But thank you, Kathy. One of my top people, one of my top viewers. And for those who didn't see the premiere today, please go see it later when you have time. It's only like 11 minutes. But it's interesting just to know what's going on in Tucson, especially around, within hours of the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping. But I'm just leaning towards that I don't think it's related. Unless all the descriptions were really far off, where the guy went home and changed his clothes, or it seemed to be somebody that was on foot. I think our guys showed up in vehicles. Oh, that was how I had to do that. I usually hit the bullseye button. Oh, maybe the bullseye button wasn't working because the goal had been expired. But yeah, you can still go to the dollar symbol. Which on a replay of a live or a long form is listed as the thanks tab, which is kind of the same thing. Oh, thank you for using the little detective emoji. Yeah, if you're a member, you get more emojis than just the standard YouTube emojis. And they only give me 4. And I had to design them myself during my first monetization, which was just a slim part of 2024 and early 2025. And during that time, I wasn't very good at it, I guess, because I only had one member. And then when they took the monetization away, they just went, no more membership. Can I make more? Can I make more what? More videos? Hey, Kitty, come here. Come here. Come see our friends. She doesn't like to be picked up. But she has become more affectionate the last few months. Like she wants to just rub all over me and sometimes even sit in my lap, which is so rare. Can I make more? Emojis? I guess when the membership increases, I can make more personal emojis. Yeah, she is gorgeous, Jane. Just like her namesake. Do you want to see her namesake? Don't get me emotional here, but just go to the video tab or go to the rest in peace playlist and you can see her namesake. But yeah, I'll have to have more members before I can do that. In fact, when I first set it up, they would only let me do 3 levels. And my cousin came in and said, hey, I just went to level 2, but you don't have a 3. And I was like, oh, let me see if I can go in and I can make a 3. but she had already subscribed to the 2, so I guess you can always upgrade it, but it's not a big deal. You and I have gifted several, but nobody hardly comes in. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but those still help though. Now, if I gift them, there's no monetary value for me. In fact, it takes money out of my pocket because one of those people wanted to come in on their own, and now it was free. But when another viewer gifts them, then I do get paid for those, even though they were gifted by somebody. Thank you. That's from the Minnesota Twins. It's my favorite jersey right now. And like I said, no more baseball mail recently, except for the Tampa Bay Rays. It seems like I'm getting the mail from the smaller market clubs, which is shocking because the smaller market clubs have less money to spend on, you know, merch and swag and stickers. Hopefully some more will show up, and at the end of the season I can do a big video on it. Like, this is what I got. But yeah, those gifted memberships, at least by other viewers, do help a lot. So thank you, Kathy. I think you're the only one that's come in as a viewer that's done that, besides, myself, and handed out the gifted memberships. Increase fan base with merch. It's all going to be in the future. Just we gotta get people watching those videos. Got to get the subscriber count up. Get the income coming up. It disheartens me that nobody follows through. I know, especially since it was such a kind gesture. I understand it is just part of my entertainment fund. Thank you, Kathy. Bless you for who is watching who has the entertainment fund. That is what baseball does. Oh, you mean the swag and the merch? That's just I did a little experiment uh pre-baseball season, and so far I think I've got 9 responses from 9 different teams. Hey, Sassy Granny. I know I need to get more members, but I'm still a very small channel. I've got, let's do the most current count. Sassy, I didn't see you in the premiere, so you'll have to catch that later. But I appreciate you being in. Are you back home yet, Sassy Granny? Dash. 3131. That's where I was when I started today's video. 3131. See, some days are great where there's like, the day that I got my first check, it just exploded. And then since then, it's just kind of like crawling. So yeah, that's true, Kathy. I see Sassy Granny is a member. Yeah, and apparently, I guess up to once a month, if you are a member, when you click that, the super chat tab, which is also the membership tab that's in the lives, they're all like together. It gives you an option of being able to display, to the audience that, hey, I'm a member for, this amount of months. You can't buy merch if you don't have the income to support it. You could make stickers. I have stickers. But it would cost to have a Shopify shop set up. It would cost a lot of money. And the shops that YouTube gives you, Spring and the other one that I was a member of, they can't prove my tax ID and they didn't send the money. And then, after my taxes were already done, they sent, forms like, oh, this is how much we're holding because we can't confirm your identity. And it's just like, you know what? I'm done with them. So if I ever got remonetized, which I did, I'm not even going to do like a store under the store tab. But you can go buy some of the stickers. You can on Whatnot. They're in Whatnot. Sell them through your channel. Yeah, I have them on Whatnot. I got the stickers and I've got the old poker chips. But I don't have new poker chips because those are very expensive to make. The poker chips, they're extraordinarily expensive. $250. I don't even know what they are and Whatnot. Somebody can go look that up. I know. I've been the same name my whole life, and the spring shop or whatever it was couldn't used to be spread shop. No, it was spring and then it was spread, or I don't even remember anymore. They're all messed up. And I've heard a lot of you know, people that are more successful than me saying, I'm not doing the shops anymore. I'm not doing the clothes and the merch anymore because I'm losing money. It's just this is ridiculous. So yeah, but I do have some stickers. They were made by Mr. Alaskan Assassin from Toksil Bay, Alaska. Let me look what I have. Because the gold community made me some. It's hard to see on the green screen, but I have these left, which is just my little April Davis PI sticker. There's only a few of these left. They were custom made. They were expensive too. And then this design, which is really cool. It's not so much as for YouTube, but Mr. Alaskan Assassin Adventures. That's actually a YouTube channel. He didn't make the stickers, but he made the logo. And you can see Los Angeles in the background, the palm trees. He put in a magnifying glass. He put in a pink ribbon for breast cancer. He did write April Davis on the top rather than April Davis PI, but it does say private investigator. And I like the Los Angeles background, but I did not design this. He designed it. So I have these. They're on my Whatnot. And if you want it for free, you could get it for free if you're not already on Whatnot. Just go click my Whatnot link, sign up to Whatnot, and get a free $15. And you can use that for the cost of the sticker. Let me make sure they're still up there. Because I have quite a few of the ones that Mr. Alaskan Assassin Adventures design. Let me go to my Whatnot on my computer screen here. And there's my account. Go to click my little icon there. And let me go to selling. Let me go to inventory. Let's see, how many do I have up here? Oh, they're $5. Well, because I got to pay the fees. And there's a quantity of 25 on Whatnot right now. However, if you bought one from Whatnot and you're not already a Whatnot member and you use my code, make sure to use my code. They will put $15 in your wallet. And then that $5 sticker is free, except for the postage. But postage stickers or sticker postage is not as much as like an item because it doesn't go out as a package. It goes out in what's called the Whatnot white envelope. But the Whatnot white envelope is snail mail. So it's not trackable like a regular package. In fact, you may even get a notice from the postman saying your sticker or your package arrived today, even though it's not even in your mailbox yet. They track it when it leaves your city and when it enters the next or the destination city, but it's not a regular tracking. Oh, you have been for over a year. Yeah, you bought the candles on there. Yeah, that's it. Hey, Brian Ray. I wasn't even planning on going live today. I just was doing the premiere, but so many people got confused. Like, oh, is this a live? Or they were in the comments like, oh, I can't see the chat. Swipe left. You can watch it on the replay. Make sure you swipe left when you're watching it on the replay and you can see the comments. So yeah, I have those on Whatnot. Hey, thank you for the star, Brian Ray. Appreciate it. And then I have a few more, a lot of my leftover items. I have not been able to get my usual blue boxes that I get from Goodwill. They've been almost impossible to get. I also have, let's see, trying to find one. There's, I think I got 12 left. I have those are also $5. I have the poker chip from one of the older designs for the YouTube channel. So I have the poker chip, and I have this design by Alaska Assassin Adventures. We call him AAA in the gold community. He's from Toksook Bay, Alaska. And I ordered the stickers, but he did the designs. And then I have a few of these left over, but not too many. They're not even listed. Sometimes I just throw those in with, whatnot purchases and things like that. But no, I will never have the actual YouTube store again, I don't think, unless I would become huge, because I would still have to contact the spread shop and say, hey, I've been trying for 2 years to get my identity verified. I only have one tax ID number, one name, one address, one bank account that it goes into, and they take most of the money from the sales. So it's more cost effective, to put this type of, merch if somebody wants it, on the whatnot. I don't even think I have those on eBay, because people that are coming to eBay are not the same people that are coming to my whatnot or the people that are watching my YouTube videos. If I buy the round, would I send the other with a purchase? Well, for you, Miss Kathy, I think I would. You've earned it. You and Sarah are like, my top donators. KMG says, are you able to find out how many tips the FBI and Pima Police Department got and the area where the tips came in from? If so, I think that would be an interesting update on the Nancy Guthrie case. I am hearing that the FBI has 50,000 tips. I don't know the current count from Pima County, and I wouldn't believe anything that the sheriff says, because he makes too many contradictory statements. There's also Crime Stoppers. They're working on this too. Come here, baby. Oh, come and see everybody. Don't be so upset when Mama picks you up. Use my beautiful kitty cat. Mm, I love her so much. No problem, Kathy. Hi, Brian Monfrey. That's two Brians in here right now. And she's shedding a little bit because I can feel it like in my lip gloss. That's gross. Cat hair, yummy. Not as bad as rabbit hair, but so yeah, go watch the live, or not the live, but the premiere I did today regarding the masked man in Tucson on the night of the 31st. Or just go sign up to whatnot. Make sure, if you're not already signed up, you use the code. Because if you don't use the code that's in my links, that's in my YouTube channel description, you won't get the 15 free dollars. And I've had viewers before that have signed up occasionally, and then they've spent their money in my store. So it helped them and it helped me. Somebody the other day on here asked me to send them my seller code, and I did, but I have not got any notice whatsoever that somebody used it. And they can get up to, I think it's 125 or 150 bucks matched on their first week's sales just by using that code and, having 5 sales to 5 different usernames. My username on eBay is aprildavispi. And my link is in the channel description of my YouTube channel, as is my whatnot link. I don't know what that means. Can somebody tell me, is that something inappropriate? Maybe. I don't know if I should answer that. Is that a typo? Oh, I wrote you back, Brian, that it was like I thought it was. Yeah, I got a message from her last night and she didn't want to talk about it, but yeah, that happened when I was on the air Sunday. I heard the horrid screams of the neighbor's cat going out in the carrier and the cat never came back. Uh, what is it? You have your food? She's got her little kitten meow. Oh, welcome back, Kathy. Oh, yeah, but the cat was that neighbor's cat was extraordinarily old and had been going down for like the past year as far as the health and had lost a lot of weight and they suspected very bad things. And I think the cat was probably not feeling very well and it was probably the best. And now my cat that got me through cancer, who was the best cat I ever had, um, is up there giving him kisses. You have a 14-year-old dog. I'd love to have a dog, but I'm in an apartment. Right now, my hands are full with the cat and the bunny. Hey, Barbara. I haven't seen you lately. How you doing? Yeah, I did a video for you guys that are just coming in. I did a premiere video earlier, and a lot of people got confused and didn't understand if I was live or no, I wasn't. It was just a recorded video. But you guys, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Click it, the video tab later on, and you can see that video. I was hoping that Boston Bill would come back in because he agreed to make a phone call for me while I was on this chat. Brian Ray says we have a new kitty and it's a squeaky meow. Sounds like a squeak toy. Oh, how cute. No, just that information that came out late last night about the 911 call. Well, they didn't play the 911 call, but they played the dispatch recordings of a guy that was in a neighborhood about 12 miles to the south, the eve of, the Nancy Guthrie case. Another masked man, but I doubt it's related. His new name, or the new kitty's name, is Billy. Oh, sweet. They need to watch it. Yeah. Go, it's all a part of this story. That's what we're reporting on. Anytime there's new information or a new story that comes out, I want to give you the information and then you guys can do with it what you want to do with it. And you guys can have your own thoughts, opinions, conclusions on the who, what, when, where, why, and how of this case. Um, my top two beliefs are still my top two beliefs from day one. And no matter how it turns out, it's already, ended badly because we don't know where she is. She may never be found. There's a probability, a high probability that she'll never be found. I do think the case will be solved, but it's going to sway one way or the other. It's going to be the Savannah factor because of her fame, or it's going to be somebody very close. And either way, Savannah will be completely crushed and destroyed. What a terrible way to go after 84 years. And, yes, there is a slim chance that there's some kind of bizarre miracle here and she's alive, but I think for me, thinking it, I want to be positive, but I think to think that is living in a dream world based on her age and her medical history. Oh, you can watch my videos on my YouTube channel, which you're on my YouTube channel right now, but instead of clicking the live tab, click the video tab and you'll see today's premiere. And you can also replay the chat on that, but you'll just have to swipe left out of the comments to be able to see the chat as it was coming up during the premiere. Brian says, I got a dog and 3 kitties and I love all my fur babies. Yes, my fur babies are my reason for living. Yeah, and once again, for those that are interested in, somebody brought this up today, not me, but a poker chip or the stickers, um, go to the whatnot. And Kathy, I will throw in some stickers for you. Just saying, you've done so much. Uh, and not required. Just you guys watching the videos is enough. But if anybody wants to, go sign up and get their free 15 bucks or become a seller, and once you have your first show, they'll match it up to, I think, 125 or 150. It'll tell you in there what they'll match it for the first week. It's pretty cool. I feel that way too sometimes, Brian, right? Well, I think enough is enough. Thank you for everybody that came in. Thank you for the people that sent the super chats and the jewels. If you didn't see today's video, not the live video, but the actual video that I made, took 2 days to make it. My neck and back are just toast after that. Go over to the video tab and see it at your convenience. I really like the roses, but I don't have a vase. The roses. Oh, that's a brooch. You mean on Whatnot? That's a brooch. It's a piece of jewelry. The red roses? Yeah, it's a gold tone red bouquet brooch pin. And if that's what you're talking about. And it's signed DM97. Yeah, it's like a vintage brooch. And it's in perfect condition. So I didn't know it was like roses. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, this is just the leftover inventory. Like I said, I haven't been able to get a lot of the blue box inventory. And that usually goes eBay or Facebook Marketplace. And then if I have things that hang around for a while, then they go up on my whatnot, like super cheap. But sometimes people want to buy the stickers or they want to buy the poker chips. So yeah, I will never do a YouTube store again. It's just it was too many problems and not enough money, and they take most of it and then they're like, oh, we need to take more for taxes because we can't identify you, which is BS. It's just so they can, hold more of the money. Am I putting anything else in my stash? What stash? I have quite a few stashes of different pretty cool things. Are you putting anything else in your stash? I have a silver collection and a gold collection, but it's locked up in Fort Knox. Oh, my whatnot shop? Oh, I have all kinds of things that come and go. But on my whatnot shop, like the last show, well, no, 2 shows ago, in a matter of minutes, I sold 17 items. Then the next show, I didn't sell anything. So yeah, but it's always changing. It just depends on what I'm getting in. But I haven't had a lot of time to source this year. I'm too busy on whatnot talking about missing Nancy Guthrie. But I got some cool things. I got stickers and I got some old vintage brooches. I've got a really cool Stranger Things wooden puzzle that's brand new in a box and sealed. I got some vintage postcards from the 50s from Europe. Those are cool. What's really valuable, I think one of the nicest things I have here are the vintage Avon cologne bottles and then the granny purse, which was crocheted by a granny in Turkey. And it's got her name on the inside. It's really cool. I still have some of the baseball card lots that have never been opened. I have no idea how many cards are in each lot or what teams they are, if they're different teams or the same team. But there's some that have Dodgers in them. I said I would open them on Christmas Day if I didn't sell the rest. I sold like, I think 7 out of 13. But then I was so busy with surgeries, January, February, that I didn't even have Christmas this year. So I still have, I think, 6 of these random card packs that I bought from another whatnotter. A few more bracelets left, but there's not a lot of items left. Some little boo-boo stickers. I don't even know what that is. Whatever. Hey, Matt Tupper. Hello, mostly dolls, helicopters. And my little baby girl, she's still crying over here. What? Let me see. Oh, there's you have your wet and your dry. Do you need to play? I'm not sure. You want to see the bracelets? Oh, yeah, the bracelets are on here. Most of those sell during the shows. I've got a couple left over. Oh, I have a herringold gold tone bracelet and a vintage Southwest style brass cuff bracelet. They're on the store. There's pictures. If you got Whatnot, you can just click the items. If you don't have Whatnot, sign up and get your $15 to spend. And it doesn't have to be in my room. It can be in anybody's room. Yeah, I've had several shows. I've had two probably within the last few weeks. And somebody actually came in from my YouTube, which was cool. Yeah, somebody came into one of the last show I had, didn't have any sales, but somebody dropped me a $20 tip. And I was like, what? Like, I never get any tips on Whatnot. Or occasionally somebody will throw $1 at me, but yeah, that was cool. And you get the full amount on that. Well, you would know if you do Whatnot, how it works. But yeah, there's a few items left in the Whatnot store and in the eBay store. Oh, you are a professional Whatnot buyer? Oh, you're not a seller, Kathy? Yeah, selling is fun on Whatnot. It's the fast nickel though, rather than the eBay slow dime. But it adds up. Oh, you're not a seller. Okay. Yeah, somebody came in here the other night and asked me for my seller's code. And I said, send me an email. And it's the first thing I'll do when I get off the air. And I don't think they've used it yet. Haven't got any notices. But I just haven't had time. I kind of miss that because, I like to play some of the gold and the silver games that they have and, win some cool prizes. I'm pretty lucky on Whatnot as far as like, auctions and their giveaways. I've won quite a bit. I mean, like a lot. I just, there's no time. I start my day, get ready for my video, and then cook dinner, and then, tend to the girls, and it's time to lay in bed. But thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks to those who came again. If you already saw the premiere video tonight, thank you for the popcorn, Brian. If you didn't see that long form content video, you didn't see the premiere, that was at 4 my time, just go click the video tab. Yes, everybody say a prayer for Nancy. Hashtag justice for Nancy. Good night, everybody.